I stand before you not as an expert, but as a concerned student, deeply moved by the plight of refugee children around the world. These young souls caught in the crossfires of conflicts they did not create in their unimaginable hardships. Among the many rights stripped from them, the right to education and protection stands out as both a fundamental need and a beacon of hope for their future. Education is not merely a privilege, it is a fundamental human right, enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and reinforced by various international treaties and conventions. Yet for millions of refugee children, this right remains as elusive dreams. As of the end of 2022, approximately 33.3 million children had been displaced due to conflict and violence. This staggering number includes 17.5 million child refugees and asylum seekers and an estimated 25.8 million children displaced within their own countries by violence and conflict. Additionally, another 3.8 million children live in international displacement due to natural disasters. The global number of forcibly displaced children refugees and asylum seekers more than doubled from around 20.6 in 2010 to 43.3 million in 2022. These children are dramatically overrepresented among the world refugees, making up more than 41% of all refugees in 2022, despite consisting less than one-third of the global population. Among international migrants, nearly 1 in 3 children were refugees, compared to less than 1 in 20 adults. Refugee children often live in overcrowded camps or urban areas where schools are either non-existent or severely under-resourced. They face language barriers, cultural differences, and sometimes hostility from local populations. Many have experienced trauma and loss, making the classroom a place of struggle rather than learning. Moreover, the legal status of refugees often impedes their access to national education systems, leaving them dependent on informal or temporary schooling, which lacks consistency and quality. The consequences of denying education to these children are profound. Without education, refugee children are at a higher risk of exploitation, including child labor and child marriage. They become vulnerable to recruitment by armed groups, perpetuating cycles of violence and poverty. According to UNICEF, over 1.9 million children were born as refugees from 2018 to 2022. But beyond the immediate risk, denying education robs them of their potential, their dreams, and their ability to rebuild their lives and contribute positively to society. However, amidst these challenges, there is hope and a path forward. Host countries, international organizations, and local communities have pivotal roles to play in ensuring that refugee children receive the education and protection they deserve. Host countries must integrate refugee children into their national educational systems. This integration should not be seen as a burden, but as an investment in the future. By educating refugee children, we are nurturing future doctors, teachers, engineers, and leaders who can contribute to both their host communities and their home countries when they return. Policies that remove legal barriers, provide language support, and train teachers to handle the unique needs of refugee children are essential steps. According to the report by World Bank, transitioning refugee children into national education system is more cost-effective and sustainable than maintaining parallel systems. It promotes social cohesion and ensures formal accreditation of qualification, facilitating further education and employment opportunities for refugees. International organizations and NGOs have been instrumental in filling the gaps, providing funding, building schools, and offering psychological supports. Their work must be supported and expanded. Yet the United Nations High Commission for Refugees and UNICEF in particular play a crucial role in advocating for the rights of refugee children and ensuring their access to education. The New York Declaration for Refugees and Migrants pinpoints education as a critical element of the international refugee response. Furthermore, Sustainable Development Goal 4 aim to deliver inclusive and quality education for all and to promote lifelong learning. We must support this organization both financially and through policy advocacy. Local communities also have a responsibility. Acceptance and inclusion can transform the life of refugee children. By fostering a culture of empathy and understanding, communications can help these children feel welcomed and valued. Schools can be sanctuaries of learning and healing if we promote inclusively and kindness. As students, we have a role to play. We can raise our voice, advocate for policies that support refugee education, and engage in community initiatives that offer support and friendship to refugee families. Our awareness and action can ripple out to create a more inclusive and compassionate world. In conclusion, ensuring access to education and protection for refugee children is not just a humanitarian duty, it is a moral imperative. It is giving every child the chance to dream, to learn, and to build a better future. As we reflect on our privilege, let us commit to standing with refugee children, advocating for their rights, and working tirelessly to ensure they receive the education and protection they so desperately need and deserve. Thank you.